Hello birdwatchers! Think bird migration is just a northern hemisphere thing? Think again. Right now across Australia, millions of birds are on the move. Forget about those migration rules you might have heard in Europe or the Americas. Our winter migration is a beautiful mix of local drop-ins, interstate and ocean crossing travellers. Welcome to the winter edition of Australia's Great Bird Migration. Let's begin. First up, let's talk about the birds that don't like a long journey, but definitely hate the cold. While Australia might not be blanketed in snow from coast to coast, our high country, like the Great Dividing Range and the Australian Alps, gets downright freezing. For stunning species like the rose robin and the brilliant regent bowerbird, the solution for seasonal changes is simple. Just go down. This process is known as altitudinal migration. Breeding in cooler, high-altitude mountain forests provides a survival advantage by reducing nest predation from reptiles and mammals. However, in winter, plants don't always provide fruit, and the number of insects decreases. So the birds leave their breeding territories and descend into warmer coastal lowlands, river valleys, and suburban and urban parks. So if birds like the spectacular noisy pitter show up in your local city garden, now you know they're just down here to keep warm and to find a winter feed. Most Australian birds are nomadic, meaning they'll roam around wherever food and water are most abundant. Even among species that do migrate, like the ones in this video, travel is rarely universal. Individuals within the same population may make different choices. Younger birds may choose to stay put, and some local groups may simply remain content with their established territories throughout the year. This is why you might still spot the occasional silvereye, strided pardalote, or golden whistler lingering in the south, even though the overall population might be moving more towards the north. For some birds, a simple mountain hop isn't enough. Winter in Tasmania is notoriously brutal. This forces several species to tackle the dangerous migration of crossing the Bass Strait. We're talking about a tiny 40-gram bird flying hundreds of kilometres over open ocean, right as the winter storms roll in. For the swift and orange-bellied parrots, this heroic journey can be perilous. Both are critically endangered. Protecting their Tasmanian breeding grounds isn't enough. We must also safeguard their mainland wintering grounds. If we lose either side of their journey, we lose them forever. On the flip side, we have the classic northern escapees. These are the birds that look at the southern mainland winter and say, yeah, nah. As the cold fronts push up from the south, these warm climate breeders gather in massive numbers. They sweep up the east coast. Some head inland across the red centre, while others will flee all the way to northern Australia. But they don't stop there. Some, like the sacred kingfisher, the shining bronze cuckoo, and the rainbow bee-eater, take it a step further, island hopping across the Torres Strait into Papua New Guinea and Indonesia to chase the perpetual summer. Finally, we have the Great Honeyeater Migration, one of the most spectacular aerial events of the Australian calendar. As winter hits, the skies over Canberra and Sydney become a highway of massive chattering flocks of yellow-faced and white-naped honeyeaters. Numbering in the tens of thousands, these birds race the cold to follow the winter blossom trail to northern New South Wales and southern Queensland. If you're in the area, you've got to check it out. So it's time to rug up, grab your binoculars, and go find the winter birds while they're still around. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're keen for a spring edition of this video, let me know in the comments. And as always, happy bird watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!